make sure I swear you in as a witness, okay? Do you solemnly, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but truth, so help you God? Okay. It would hit, I think there's a green button, if you would.
That makes sense. Here we go. My name's Nathan. I'm 33 years old. I own a business. I'm a single father, obviously. I'm here today.
Was that scripted? Was that?
I'm here today not to speak for myself, but to speak for my daughter, Natalia. She's nearly 2 years old, and until she can speak for herself, I suppose it's my duty. What would Natalia tell you today? I do know what she would tell you. She would look at you in your eyes, and she would say, South Carolina, you have failed its citizens. You have failed me, and you have failed its children. You have designed a system that allows children to be abused, sodomized, and raped, all on your watch. The system is designed to not only be nearly impossible to navigate, but more impossible to arbitrate. You have failed us. Now it's my turn. With that being said, I don't envy any one of you up there. You have a monumental task, especially what I agree with Senator Lurie. What you will do with this system and the policies you will put in place will forever change the face of South Carolina and the well-being of its future children. But before I go on, I do want to ask you a question. DSS, do you truly think DSS is the problem or a symptom of something that's more rotted to the core? It wasn't a rhetorical question. Do any of you think that actually DSS is truly the problem, or do you think it's symptomatic of something much deeper rooted? No.
Tell us what you think.
I know this answer because I live it and I walk it each day. DSS is a symptom much like an arm. It's broken, and you are very correct. It needs to be reformed heavily. Talking about it is a great idea. Actions, obviously, are going to take place down the road. DSS receives its authority from the state of South Carolina and also a judicial body, in particular, that it's directly connected to. That is family court. I have been in family court for the past year and a half. I have emptied my savings and Natalia's savings to defend her. Without going into specific detail, family court is the root of this. And I would ask this committee to take a look inside of family court. Your system is running rampant with favors, greed, and decisions which to follow the law and not follow the law. Our family court judges, our attorneys, our back alley deals are out of control. To address something like that, like I stated before, I would have no clue where to start, and I don't envy your positions. But family court is where the system became broken. I don't have anything further to say.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Nathan, can you, first of all, thank you for coming up here, and you're a very articulate and passionate young man. Can you at least give us a hint of your experience, because it's hard for us to process this without understanding how the system has affected you, please?
Absolutely, sir. In particular, single fathers, we are the minority of the minority. Low class or lower class, middle class or high class, it makes no difference. I've been involved with family court with my child since December of 2012. She was given to me. I've raised my child on my own with literally no help or child support. The mother left after a month and a half. Since that time, I have been in and out of family court. Now, you may say I may be able to defend myself on a pro se matter, but do we all really think that a judge takes somebody seriously within a pro se or representing themselves? The answer is clearly no. With that being said, inside of family court, although the, and forgive me if I mispronounce this, is either in 2007, a doctrine that basically removed the ability for judges or family court to side with females rather than males. That is still running rampant, and the level of discrimination still exists inside of family court. This person on the opposing side, who I will leave nameless at this time, is the mother. She is trying to seek custody of my child. She has never been involved in her life. She's actually out on felony bond for endangering her. DSS has been involved twice for abuse allegations, the felony charge, and they have done nothing. They have failed her. My case is actually still under review inside the Department of Social Services, as it has been concurrently for the past 8 months. Phone calls, complaints, emails, contacts, subpoenas all go unanswered. That is the Department of Social Services. There is only one other way to achieve what I want to achieve, and that is inside family court. Family court is still biased, and too much bias still exists. Judges are not following the laws. Without becoming too emotional with this situation, if the situation were reversed and I were a female and I had committed a felony and I had done the things that this mother had done, I would not be sitting in front of you today. I wholeheartedly believe in my heart, because I am the minority, the courts are still biased towards males and single fathers, that I am now here. Up until a week ago, I had primary custody of my child, and I wanted no more and I wanted no less. I just lost that for joint custody for no specific reasons. And I can assure you, I hired some great attorneys. This is your court system, and this is how it exists today. It's an atrocity.
What's your last name? Can you tell us?
Yes, sir. Ginter, G-I-N-T-E-R.
Where are you from?
I live in Richland County.
Is your case in Richland County?
Yes, sir.
You live in Columbia?
Yes, sir.
And what's your daughter's last name?
Ginter.
What, you said you own a business?
Yes, sir.
What's your business?
Wild, W-I-L-D, Things, T-H-I-N-G-Z.
How many hearings have you had in your family court case? Do you know?
Over 6 to 7.
Question.
Okay.
2 questions. What is Wild Things?
It's a strip club. I'm just kidding. It's a wildlife removal and restoration business.
Gotcha. Okay. Senator Young wanted some passes when they were out there. Nathan, you've left me a little bit speechless. Nathan, here's my question. Has your child, is it your assessment, or has your wife been charged with endangering your child? Has your child been injured, in your opinion,
Yes,
while
sir.
in her custody?
Yes, actually, she's out on felony bond. The mother is.
So the mother had been charged. Just
Correct.
want to make sure I said it. The mother had been charged. She's out on bond. Her charges are still pending. Is that right? Or
That is correct, sir.
with a felony,
Correct, sir.
and without disclosing too much personal information, was your child harmed?
She basically was intoxicated, was driving the child around under the influence of actually narcotics. There is also another concurrent case that was investigated by DSS to where there are physical abuse allegations, to which it did take quite a long time, but the ARC Foundation was involved. A forensic analysis was done on the wounds in terms of pictures. They determined that the wounds were not self-inflicted, but they were inflicted by another individual, although they don't know how and they don't know why. Mm-hmm. That investigation is still open.
And my only other question is so when your wife was just awarded joint custody last week,
Yes, sir.
Is there a guardian involved at all? Is there a guardian involved?
That would be another one of the downfalls of the court system. Guardian ad litems are not what they are supposed to be, unfortunately. That is true. And in fact, it seems the average MO for family court is lying. And it's unfortunate that perjury is not a punishable crime, seemingly. On the books it is. In certain forms of it, it is a felony. But inside family court, and this does include attorneys, lying is not a punishable crime anymore.
In your case, who do you think lied, or who do you know lied in your case?
I know my guardian lied. Although the guardian, for one reason or another, may be biased, and he did lie, the lie was very small. My problem is not more with the lies that go on, is the biasness that exists inside the court system when the Department of Social Services fails completely. If DSS had done what they were supposed to have done the first time, which would be to step in and protect my child, I would be $30,000 richer, and so would Natalia. Her college fund would not be depleted. I would still not be stuck in an endless cycle of hell, walking on needles every day.
Did you get, when you say they should have stepped in earlier, can you elaborate on that, please?
Yes, sir. The first allegation to where the mother was actually intoxicated, DSS de-escalated the situation, although the mother still did have visitation rights after that somehow. They chose to de-escalate it to a subsidiary party, I believe Southeast Growing Homes, which did absolutely nothing. They offered to put me on a parenting plan. Their reports reflected the mother was non-cooperative. The second time this was reported to DSS after the physical injuries and the concurrent investigation by the Mount Pleasant Police Department, they sent Southeast Growing Homes out again. Southeast Growing Homes then turned around and escalated it back to high risk for DSS. I'm still waiting on my phone call.
Now, you mentioned the Mount Pleasant Police Department. Has your case been in the Charleston Family Court as well? Or is it always
That would be criminal. That's where the allegations of physical abuse took place.